Hey Happy Crew, HappiDaze here, and today we are doing the final day of Grand Party Season 24, hoping to get 15 out of 15. We'll see what happens. We don't know what our opponents look like. Obviously, you start losing teams after this first win that you do. You completely be blind going to those last two fights. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and go in and see what kind of opponents we have for match number 1. So unfortunately, no rare recruit captain, so it's going to be tough. So I could fight that top team there. The reason I don't want to fight that bottom team is the Int team starts off first, and they're super crazy. I'd rather be able to have the advantage and kind of know one of the teams at least before I go. So I think I'm going to either take on that first or second team, but I do see to have a Dex team in that second slot. It's not like the end-all, be-all Dex team. Obviously, they have Big Mom who can do a lot of hits. They have Ace who can do a bunch of damage, HP reduction. But I'm not really too scared about that, so I think what I'm going to do is have my strength team go against this first team, hopefully beat them, not use a burst, tank a couple hits on the second fight, and then save my Int team for the third fight there and kind of get through it that way. So that's the game plan. That's how we're going to do it. Let's get into it and see how it actually works in practice. So while the strengthening team does have the nerf this season, especially with the fighters, we're hoping that just because that Luffy hits insane, we'll be able to get through. We have Blackbeard who can kind of help out. We have King Law Kaku on the bench. So we have a pretty stacked bench on the backside. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hopefully we can get our specials off before really they get going. Let's see what their CT looks like. They do have a lot of powerhouse, so obviously they do have a little bit more CT speed than we do. So that's kind of the downside there, but you can see Jack goes so quick. Oh, we just missed the order of Jack going there. Jack's going to go now, do the HP cut, so then hopefully once Luffy goes, he should hopefully hit like a tank at that point. Ace just missed out doing his nasty HP cut, so that kind of works out great for us. Unfortunately, our order hasn't been too great so far. Our burst is ready, but I think we are going to still save it, just see what happens a little bit, let this match play out. A lot of bind there. We are going to have the Pell unit go here. He did get the buff, so we do kind of have to watch out a little bit there. But now, hopefully, Luffy should clear it if all goes well. They do have a burst ready on this side, so I'll be curious to see if they use a burst on their side. I'm hoping that they don't. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. They only have 3 units here. Obviously, the kind of more worrying one is probably just the Sanji, just because you can do the more damage over time. All right, so they are using a burst there. So let's do a burst in kind to thank them for what they just did. And yeah, the good news is that this is going to force them to use their burst on the second turn, which is kind of exactly what we were hoping to do. They'll be in a lose situation, so they'll automatically use that burst, which means that we'll have basically a free burst on that third match where we don't have to worry about getting burst, but we'll have one of our own against our Int team, which is kind of our most powerful team this season. So love to see that. Yeah, this is the prototypical Int team that you see out there. I don't want to skip just yet. I want to trigger the specials. That way we actually force them to use their burst, and then I will skip after that. That pudding unit is fantastic. Like, she just does so much. It's just amazing what she can do. Gonna get a little special CT delay from the Blackbeard here. Yamato's gonna do a little bit of a shot here. We just need one of our units to go just to make them trigger that burst. Hopefully Luffy goes right here, forces that burst. And there we go. Perfect. That's perfect. We're just going to skip the rest of the match. That is exactly what we wanted to happen. That was the most ideal situation that could have happened for us. So that's awesome going into fight number 3. Hoping it's a side team. Let's see. Looks like it's the red team. Okay. They do have the Shinobu and Raizu, so we do have to kind of watch out there. just because they do the special rewind, so we just want to make sure that we kind of get our special off, hopefully before that happens, and obviously before that Luffy goes off, because he hits like crazy too. So just keep an eye on their special charge gauge, just make sure that we let them get close, but not do too much. It's a little bit early, but I want to kind of get them weakened out, so hopefully the S-Hawk can go and just kind of clear the field. That was huge. We were able to knock out the Jack before we did the HP cut. Yeah, so at this point, like, it's clutched. Luffy's still hanging on, though. Luffy does not want to die, but it doesn't matter because they were all forced out. So there we go. That's why we ask people to set their captains to non-burst captains at the end of the day. It just makes it so much easier for everyone to get those wins. So please, guys, make sure that when you're done for the day, you go ahead and set your captain to a non-burst leader. So that was match number 1. Let's go ahead and get into match number 2. Awesome. 2 non-burst captains. Thank you to both of these guys for being real G's and setting their captain to a non-burst captain. I'm just going to take on the one at the very bottom just because it says auto on it, so I'm assuming that those are auto teams. So yeah, hopefully should make it a lot better. I'm going to stick with the same teams that we had last time. I'm probably going to have the Int team go second. If they don't have a burst and it's all auto teams, then it should be easy to just kind of get through this without too many problems. Let's just take a check. Yep, so those are auto teams. So yeah, we'll just kind of plug through. If we have to use a special or a burst, we obviously can, but ideally, you know, we shouldn't have to if all goes well. Jackson go right here, do the HP cut, help everyone out. Hopefully we're going to see Kobe boost everyone to the front, or at least boost Luffy to the front, if all works out well. He did. Doesn't really happen that often, so I'm glad that he was actually able to push Luffy to the top there. And this should take out pretty much their whole front line. No one at all to worry about on this back line. I can just go ahead and hit skip at this point. There's nothing that they can do to us. So yeah, let's just hit skip just so we can get through it. Charge our burst gauge a little bit more, which is awesome. And first fight of battle number 2 is done. Let's go into the second one. As I mentioned, we're going to be using our Int team, which is just insane this season. And we'll see if we're able to even get our burst off, just depending on how quick we can go. We might not even be able to get our burst charged in time. It'll just be a straight kill from there. Blackbeard's going to give some special CT delay. It would have been better if the backbench actually came in, then we probably could have wiped them all out in one go. Instead, we just got to... well, I can skip at this point. We know that we're going to defeat these 3 guys without any problem at all. So, there you go. Thank you to the friend, captain, or rare recruit strategy. We were able to go ahead and get that second one of the day. So, huge shout out to this guy up here, being a true homie. So, let's go ahead and see. Hopefully, we get a rare recruit for match number 3 as a leader, but let's go ahead and check what the options look like there. Awesome. So we have 3 non-burst captains. Again, shout out to all these guys. You guys are the champs. Because I know that second team is going to be a strength team on that first fight there, I'm just going to go ahead and take on that. I can have my Int team go first to hopefully take on anything that might be scary there, whether it's a slasher team or anything else. Have my quick team go first, and then I can keep my other team of slasher destroyers in the bench just in case, but I shouldn't need it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. Like I said, we're going to have our Int team go first. Hopefully we don't have a burst, and then we'll have 2 bursts for the second fight. With type advantage, it should be an easy win and an easy GG's. So it's the Dex team. Okay. Extremely tanky team. But as I said, luckily we should be able to have our guys go without too much problem. We get the CT increase. They do get a little more defense, I believe, this season because of the powerhouse buff. But still, I don't think it will be anything to worry about. We'll get the full 7,500 shot from the Yamato unit there, which is good. Luffy will just hit like a tank whenever he goes. Unfortunately, he just missed out because he got bursted to the top of the order, unfortunately. That's okay. S-Hawk's going to go. Yamato just missed out on going for her. Cracker's not going to really do much because he has a type disadvantage against these units. And Luffy was going to go, but then he got pushed down the order. So we're going to take a little bit of an HP cut, I think, from the Ace when he goes. Ooh, Ace did miss out, so that actually works out well for us. We'll just kind of plow through these guys. I thought I forgot that they I thought they'd do more damage to that Luffy, but unfortunately he didn't. Is what it is. That's fine. Yamato's gonna probably take out 2 units herself when she goes. And now we just wait for S-Hawk to basically get his special charge time go. I think he's probably the next one who will kind of end this for us. S-Shard doing the provoke there. It'd be great if we could get just a little bit more damage here, just so we go ahead and get our burst ready, so it's guaranteed to be ready for fight number 2, but unfortunately we killed them before they could really charge it more. It's fine. We'll still have 2 bursts ready for that second fight, so it shouldn't matter. I'm anticipating that once that Jack goes on their team, then we'll be able to go ahead and use our bursts. And Luffy destroying Garp. Alright, so that's match number 1. Feeling super confident for match number 2. Like I said, hopefully this is indeed the strength team, and our quick team should hopefully make quick work out of them. We do have the sugar... Oh, actually it's not. Interesting. Oh, it's their int team. So that was really interesting. When I saw the Kuma Lita, I did not think this was going to be the int team. Yeah, so this might be a little bit interesting, because this team's really meant to go ahead and take on the strength team, which I thought it was. So we'll see. I'm not sure if I want to just use the burst now, or if I want to potentially save them and see what happens there. We'll see as it gets a little bit closer. We do have Bonnie who can do the annoying special rewind. So yeah, I think we're going to save our 2 specials for the final match, just because, yeah, I built this team to take on the strength team, figuring that's what that rare recruit was. It was not. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and just skip, because, yeah, they're not going to do anything there. Alright, so let's see what that final team might be. Alright, so it looks like it's the quick team that's there. Like I said, we have our burst ready to go. We'll use it when they kind of get close to go, and they obviously have the Smoothie and Blackbeard crew there to kind of help them be able to kind of get their stuff off quick. Now, the benefit for us is that we have, I believe Smoothie is a slasher too, so we have Smoothie, we have the Odin and Roger there, and the Cross Guild, who I believe are all slashers, so hopefully... we'll use one of our bursts here. Fortunately, Luffy is probably just going to miss going. That Fuji is just hanging on. He does not want to go. Let's see if they get boosted to the top, the guys who just came in. Doesn't matter. Luffy says that's it. All right, so that's good. So it was a little scary just because we kind of guessed the wrong team there on the second slot, but it is what it is. We're able to still go ahead and clinch the win thanks to having a non-burst captain, so that's why having a non-burst captain is so important. So make sure when you get your total wins for the day, hopefully you got 15 out of 15. If you didn't, you can try next season. It is what it is. But yeah, make sure when you're done for the day, you just go into the setup tab, hit auto edit, say yes, and then let everyone else have an advantage of hopefully getting the top wins there. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it. And let me know in the comment section below how your Grand Party season went. Did you get all 15 out of 15? I hope you did. Hope you got the max rewards. If you didn't, there's always another one right around the corner. So until next time, be kind to each other.